Why hello there, my name is Threatxtra everybody and welcome to Frontline Logistics, Isarian Warfare, and yes, that is a mouthful. This game caught my eye recently. It's a very, I'm going to say, innovative strategy game, but it's not going to be for everyone because this game is very, very in-depth with its simulation. You're essentially running a combat unit in the 1990s warfare. Of course, the places are fictional, but the idea is that you're kind of like trying to survive while also being in part of a war. You have a bunch of troops, they have hardly any equipment, or pretty much anything at all, and you got to try and make a base, survive, defend your territory, push up the front lines, and if you get orders from high command, do those orders. It's a pretty cool system, I gotta say. Now, this is a demo, of course, so if you guys like what you see, feel free to check out the game yourself. If not, I think it's due to come out sometime next year in 2026, but I thought I'd just play it a little bit to show it off. Now, in the main campaign, we are, of course, in a demo here, so this is limited, as you probably would imagine, but we currently got access to a small map, 9 kilometers squared, and I gotta say, this map already feels quite big anyway. I'm going to go and see to make myself personally. It can go up to 144 kilometers squared. I could not imagine how long a game of that would take. It probably take you like weeks just playing the game just to get anywhere. But this game looks like it's going to get pretty big at some point. Now, the other two things I want to point out here, because of course we can't touch any of this anyway, you can have like a really weird call sign. Like for instance, I can be the yellow poppy. What that really means, no one knows, but it is my call sign. Now, the next bit is going to be the superior command style. Now, I like this concept more than anything, because a lot of video games these days, you're just, for whatever reason, the chosen one. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're not doing something, nothing happens. But in this game, it kind of promises that that's not actually going to be the case. Now, superior command style here. Your superior command consists of pragmatic, cool, practical, and solely focus on maximizing results. In their eyes, your unit is just an ordinary piece on the board, movable, replaceable, never special. When the time is ripe, whenever you're ready or not, orders will keep coming. I love this idea. So that entire paragraph there kind of just shows you that this game is really just based on kind of like trying to survive the war, doing your best if you can, and hopefully not getting overrun by enemy forces. I love the concept of it. Now, we're going to start the campaign off. It will just generate a new map for us, which we can play into. And you're originally a logistics officer in the 703rd Urban Assault Brigade. After a sudden airstrike, your unit suffered heavy losses. You are the only surviving officer in your company. Not a great start for us, but here we are. The new story. A long march has left your troops extremely exhausted. Due to the chaotic retreat, your unit lacks weapons, ammunition, and food, as well as people as well. Fortunately, scouts have discovered an empty village with all buildings intact, and everyone is getting excited. I'm not surprised. After days of travel, tonight you can finally sleep under a roof. Awesome! So, this is a game, everybody. Now, like I said, this is a very simulation-heavy game. I'm kind of thinking it's like a strategy game and like Arma 3 style, right? Where you can spend ages just crawling through the dirt and get killed by a random pistol round all of a sudden. So, this game has a lot of just getting ready for battle, and then all of a sudden all hell breaks loose and everyone dies in a few seconds. So be warned, guys, it's going to be a lot of downtime while we're trying to figure out what's going on and what to do. So I did turn story off because I have played this game a few hours already. At the start of the game, you can see that we got a little map here. Now you're thinking, oh, what's going on with the graphics and stuff? Well, I think the idea is it is 1990s, so we're kind of like living with a drone over the battlefield, which is pretty cool. I like that. And we've also got ourselves a bunch of area. Now, this map is going to change every time you play a demo, and you can see that we got quite a few different like little towns and villages across the area here. Now, if we zoom in, you can't really see much detail because all these are just known to be buildings, and that's pretty much it. What could be inside? No one knows. So, with the actual game's title, we have the frontline aspect where you can see here the general line of control. Beyond this point, it could be bad. They could have foxholes, they could have tanks, I don't know. But they probably have something. Now, the game is quite nice at the start where it gives you a few days where nothing really happens. You're given a chance to build a base, and then when you're ready, the game will start throwing ejectors at you, and enemies will start appearing a lot more. I don't know if it's going to work that way with the full game, but this is a demo, of course, right? You can't have a demo with no content in it, so stuff happens. Now, currently, we're on combat day 1, just like I kind of said a second ago. As the days goes on, I think around day 3 and 4, things will start getting a bit conflicty, and we have to be ready to fight when that happens. Actually, for the game itself, we want to be setting up a forward operating base, because currently right now we have a little supply depot at the edge of the map. This is where we get pretty much every day all our resources. We put stuff here that we we get stuff that we requisitioned, we can send injured troops back or damaged vehicles, all that kind of thing. It will arrive at this point of the map. Now you can see I got a bunch of units here. By the way, this game is for some reason very quiet. There's no ambient soundtrack, so you'll have to just listen to my voice, I guess. I'm not sure if that's a desired decision or it's just a very lonely experience. I'm not sure. Anyway, so we got ourselves some squads over here. We got our anti-air truck, which is actually really fun, by the way, because they will shoot people, which is quite awesome. It's actually in the back of the car. You can just see it. We got ourselves a regular infantry squad, and we got 2 transport teams as well. Now, this game is split between fighting and logistics, so these guys can be automated, and they run around the map and just do things to try and keep you alive, which is pretty cool. They might be like rescuing injured soldiers, they might be scavenging buildings for supplies, all those kind of things. So at the moment, I want to be moving my troops towards my new base, which you can build dynamically. Now, I'm going to be putting one over here. Oh, actually, is that a good idea? Kind of, yes. I'm being a bit cautious because in this game, you also have like parking areas and stuff, and there's nowhere for me to park over here. So I might actually build the FOB in this building instead. It's literally like no difference technically, but it will mean we can get ourselves a parking garage over here or something later on. Regardless though, we move the troops over. Go, go, go. Now, in combat mode, which these guys currently are, you can move them around like any other RTS game. You can give them orders, tell them to search buildings, that kind of thing. It's all just standard run-of-the-mill stuff. Where the game does change, though, is when it comes to how simulated it is. So if I actually go into this random transport squad here, we got 2 guys inside. Yazan, and you can actually see it's a dude. He's got his little profile, his height, his age. You can see we went to the dentist last time. It's all in there, guys. You can see everything you want to see here. Now, these guys will be, hopefully over time, leveling up, getting more experience as time goes on. And when battle starts, hopefully not die, because this game is very, very deadly. Let's put it that way. So we've also got ourselves some scouts as well, with this little icon here. So we'll move these guys around a little bit to hold the nearby areas and just get ready. Ooh. Now, because this game, I said at the start, it's not like got the most high-tech infantry in the world, or military, should I say. So we're kind of lacking like everything. So we actually need to try and scavenge ourselves for supplies as time goes on. We need to make sure like we get everything we need, like wood, firewood, food, that kind of stuff, to bring it back to the main base, and we can hopefully have a good defendable location. So I just created my first FOB. You can expand these bases or create them at will. It's not really a big deal, but it's kind of at least start a place to just hold supplies, but it can be used to like have medical tents, production facilities, loads of different things like that, like workshops for your cars. It's pretty cool. So we're going to be looking into initially setting all these vehicles on logistics mode. This will mean they're going to start running off into the distance and doing stuff for me. Now at the start, we don't actually have the ability to set logistic orders yet. So what we've got to do is we've got to build a barracks office in my FOB. This pretty much means that I can use it as a proper base, and it means I can set like orders for my units to go around and actually collect materials for me. So we're going to build one of these, and I'll probably build it over here. Normally, how close you are to the middle of the base depends on how efficient buildings are, but in terms of offices, doesn't really matter. But as I build this, it will extend my base's range a little bit. Give it a second, and we should be able to get ourselves some kind of garage somewhere, but that'll be later on. Anyway, so with that being finished, we now have access to collection areas. This is going to let us go and loot nearby zones. So for now, I want to just be looting the areas that I know are currently safe. As time goes on, we'll push out into little combat expeditions. We'll see if we can scout out nearby zones and push further and further into enemy territory. Because I want to win the war, guys. I don't know about you, but I want to win this war for my glorious country of, whatever the name was. Isfan, or I don't know. Some country name. Insert here, please. So, with that going on, you can see my troops are now automatically running around and collecting resources for us, which is pretty cool. What do we do now, though? Well, we want to set up some basic stuff, don't we? So if we go to the top right of the screen, you can see we currently have something called GMI, which is Gross Military Index. It's basically how much high command is willing to allocate to my current unit. It will go up if I do a good job, and if I do a bad job, we pretty much just lose the game. So pretty important stuff. Now with this, I can use it to buy supplies every day. I can request like some cloth or morphine, whatever, or I can go and unlock new policies for my current combat unit. we go into here, we got a combat screen. Now, a lot of this, of course, is a demo, so it's actually not finished at this point, but you can see we got stuff like artillery support, air support, we can get close quarter training. There's things you can unlock as the game goes on with the GMI points. Now, at the start of the game, we have nothing really, so we want to be getting ourselves some basic amenities here. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to go logistics. This allows us to kind of like tear apart damaged TVs and stuff for supplies. Very important. And a mess hall, because humans need to eat because we're weak. What can I say? The flesh is weak. We must become cybernetic, but it's 1990, so it's not possible. Now, we've also got ourselves a first aid plan. This is very important. If you actually go into combat, which we hopefully will this video, and someone gets shot, they're going to be injured. They might be fine and have like a little bandage and go back on their way, or they may need emergency surgery. So having first aid is a way of keeping your people alive. Even if they can't be returned active duty, sending them back to base will give me a replacement. So basically, we've got to keep our people alive as much as possible. Oh, and for, of course, the moral reasons of keeping my troops alive, right? Oh, yeah, I'm not just talking about in terms of monetary value. What? I would never do that. So with our new buildings, we now have access to a few new options here. So I want to build the logistics center first because it means we can start tearing stuff apart. If you look at my base, you can see it's got a bunch of items already in storage. If you go down here, the stuff with recycling means that we can actually rip it apart and turn it into some kind of resource, which is very, very useful. Now, depending on how things have gone already, we can't do it. Game says no. So currently we're missing ourselves some nails, some scrap, some lamps. We need to get ourselves more materials before we can build this base. Now, my friends here will be working hard to do that for us. So it might just be a matter of time before they actually get the materials we need. Like, we just found some cucumbers, which is, I guess, great. Not a fan of them myself, but this is what it is, right? Okay, so look around a little bit, shall we? So I'm thinking, the first day, it's already 3 o'clock. I'm going to get all the units to sit inside the FOB base. Now, you're thinking, why would you do this? Well, in the game, you kind of get every day a daily report at 6 o'clock in the morning. If you have people that are living in a base and they got high state of living, you actually get given loads of GMI. I think like level 1 means I get 10 points per dude. If it's like level 3, I get 30 points per dude. So the more people living in the base that are happy, the more money I get. So I'm going to be looking into that in a second. Also, we have over here my main base. Now, currently there's a bunch of items here like mortars that are just not deployed at the moment. So I want to move them, if we can, over into this part of the game. Now, the logistics system I need to learn a bit more about, but you can pretty much set up like buy orders in a way, not buy orders, like pre-defined orders. So if you have rations and you're missing some, you got like say 40 out of 100, it will deliver more rations at some point. All automated like. We'll do that a bit later in the video, but I got to learn how to do that en masse because at the start of the game, you got a bunch of random stuff that just simply needs to be moved over at some point anyway, like ponchos. How can you have a military without a poncho, guys? That's my question to you. I don't know. Don't worry about it. Anyway, with all that being moved over, we should see our little friend here will start grabbing materials and moving it over to our new base, which is awesome. Now, other thing we got to try and do before nighttime is we currently have bed garrisoned. So at the moment, we have a camp, but there are no beds in the camp whatsoever. Now, if we have a look around, oh, it's a bit of a shame. There's a big building here, but you can convert locations. If we have a look at this house here, for instance, oh, maybe not that one, this one here, it can have 12 beds in it. And to make beds, you need to get yourself some cloth. So I want to be trying before the 6 o'clock in the morning to get as much stuff as possible built so we have a nice, comfortable base, and if possible as well, like a mess hall as well. But that will come in time. Now, if I go back over here, I would like to still build this logistics place if I can. We still need scrap metal. I think this guy maybe can move scrap metal over. What's he got on him at the moment? He has scrap metal, but not enough, unfortunately. But hopefully over time we'll get some anyway and we can build it. As long as we have the stuff built before 6 o'clock in the morning, I don't really care that much. Now, for other things, let's have a look around, shall we? I think in the morning we'll go on expedition. We'll send out some scouts to see if we can spot some stuff, and we'll go from there. I'm thinking this place here seems like a good opportunity. It's got nice open terrain on either side, so if we try and hold here, we won't be stuck up on. If, for instance, we try to take over this base here, we have to pretty much conquer this entire zone in one go, and there's a giant forest there, so the enemy can just sneak up on us through deep forests and cause us some issues, which would be bad, guys. It would be bad. Excellent. So while I was looking at the terrain, we actually got ourselves logistics collection point, so we'll build that in a second. I think building here would be fine. I want to try and be careful a little bit, because depending on where you build stuff, it will be either more expensive or less expensive. Like this building here, for instance, uses 2 zones. That's why it's a bit more expensive. But logistics is very important, right? So I would like it if we can have a lot of opportunity to remove supplies, build like wood, get firewood, that kind of thing. It's all very important. So having a big base for logistics makes sense to me. The mess hall, though, available space. I don't know. I think available space in this sense just means if they can work there or not. So it doesn't matter as much. Why is it so much building it here? Oh, it's because this is a slightly bigger building. Interesting. So I think we'll try and build as we can the mess hall nearby. As time goes on, you'll see that we have morale. You want to make sure your people are very happy. It's kind of like Rimworld in a way, where if you go into conflict, people are pissed off. They're going to just freak out or leave right away. If they got a lot of morale, they're going to be fighting better. They're going to be in the fight longer. It makes sense to make people as happy as humanly possible at this point. And in a second, guys, we should see this base is finished. Nice. So that also extends out a little bit our zone of control. I want to get to this, by the way. This is a big ass house. We could probably build like 100 odd beds in there if we get to it. So I want to get that in my zone of control before the night is over. So with the mess hall, I'm actually going to build it over here in a little cafe. This should expand out our area a little bit more. And if we go into our brand new logistics collection area, you can see we have some production orders. So we actually can assign 8 staff if we want to. I haven't got that many. I've got 17 dudes. Now, what I should have been doing, which I kind of forgot about, is you can assign and create new squads at will. These squads don't come equipped, though. It's literally just some dude. So with the dude, we'd probably bring them over to our new camp, and he would get weapons, armor, that kind of stuff, and fill up to the full squad's potential. So I currently would like a 2nd infantry squad, for sure. Without that, it's a bit awkward. I also might get a rifle team. These are only 4-man teams, but I don't know if you guys saw it earlier, but if we have a look over here for a second, inside the space, we actually have a machine gun. And we actually have a mortar. So at some point, I would have some support teams. So if I'm holding a location, we get to do a machine gun just shooting away, or mortars leaving down and like blowing people up. Yeah, just general things, guys. General things. So at the moment, I'm going to build a brand new rifle squad. Yes, I'm going to build a rifle team, which is only a 4-man. We can't assign anything because we haven't got anything to assign. And then another rifle team as well. That is a lot of my resources gone. It may not seem like it, but this needs 8 people, 4 people, 4 people. So I literally just use 16 dudes, which is more than we currently have. So, my bad, my bad. Now, all these teams will make them leave in the morning. So this main base, or this little supply base, actually has beds. So if they stay here, we actually get money from them existing. So I'll leave them in the bunk beds for now. You haven't got to actually move them to the bunk beds. I'm just doing it, I guess, for roleplay. I don't know why I did it, to be honest. But at any rate, excellent. So we got ourselves the extended range again, which is good. Let's get the orders down, though, shall we? So I want to get at least 1 guy working in this location here. And I want to get 2 people working in the mess hall. Both of these are very important. Humans need to eat. And we need to get working on all the base stuff as well. So, with orders, let's go through a little bit. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. But later on, I'm also going to go down here and unlock the Frontline Repair Workshop. This allows me to fix vehicles on the fly, which is super important, guys. We haven't got a lot of materials. If we can keep our Jeeps or found Jeeps in good behavior, we can use them in more squads, like the scouts can get Jeeps, the new infantry squads can get Jeeps. It's pretty important. So we'll grab that. This also unlocks the ability to build a gantry crane, which is actually constructed inside this department here. So their very first order, if they can, is to build myself 1 crane, so we can build a workshop. And after that, we're going to build all the regular orders in a second. Like I said, if people know a better way of doing this, let me know. I would be interested. So, Let's get all that sorted out. This will automate disassembling anything they come across. And we want to make sure we maintain a set amount of goods. I feel like getting 10 quick repair kits makes sense to me anyway. They are a bit expensive technically, but whatever, it should be fine. And we'll maintain, I think, 4 of the tools and around 160 nails. I think we're pretty decent there. Then I say that though, doesn't it? Wait, 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. When I was building stuff earlier, didn't it require loads of nails? Wow. That's, yeah, it requires a lot of nails to build these big buildings. So we should probably instead maintain a higher stock. For now, we'll go for 300. I'm not probably going to be jumping into these big buildings anyway. But having more nails, if it costs stuff to build buildings, makes sense to me. Done. So, with that, we've got 2 hours left until morning. Time is running out at the moment. What's happening here? They just left their vehicle in the road or something? Not sure what's going on there. But anyway, though, if we go to our big-ass building, we can make 120 beds. So what we do... I don't know why I'm doing this when I can just do control. That's better. Done. So I think for next time we just do like 40 beds. But now we got living rating 3. We should see some more income at the end of the shift here. And also, because I can, I would like to build the frontline aid station as well. But where do we build it? Where do I put this majestic building? I don't know. We need more cloth. There's a chance I may have used it all. My bad. We'll do it in the morning. It's fine. And morning has arrived. So we get our daily report. You can see here at a big glance here, we got no casualties, which is a great situation to be in. And we got around like 1,100 GMI, which is good as well. Next page. We also see we got our supplies delivered, but it looks like at the same time, we've actually lost some supplies due to dynamic events. This can be based on enemies getting through your front line, or just having a bad day. Sometimes it just goes wrong. Due to various uncontrollable factors, you're screwed. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Awesome. So, the new day has appeared. Let's get these guys scouting, shall we? So, initially, I'm going to move a dude this direction. Put him over here, I think, for now. And we'll make him scout out this area here. Now, Recon has different stats in infantry squads, so they're actually pretty good at stealth and reconnaissance, believe it or not. Though, why? Oh, it's because he's moving. It's a bit less than it should be. But these guys are pretty decent at figuring things out for you. So if you're going to do anything at all, send these guys first. They can maybe scout enemies before they even know you're there, which is pretty handy. So for other news, though, let's get these units over into this base. They have to walk. I guess I could put them in a car if I wanted to, but I'm an awful person, so they're walking. They need cardio. They're new recruits, right? They gotta get out there. They gotta walk around. So overnight we got given some new ammo and stuff as well. I need to make sure I set up like a daily requisition. 5.56. Yeah, this is all ammo belt stuff. So we're actually missing the basic stuff for infantry, which is kind of bad, right? So we want to get loose ammo. We want to be getting ourselves rations, which apparently is already in the list. My bad. We want to be getting ourselves diesel. Without diesel, guys, cars don't work. I know it's a crazy concept, but it is required. And I'll put like a target stock, and I think the game should just move it for me. I believe. Like I said, I've played a few hours, guys, but also I'm stupid. So you'll have to bear with me in this situation. It may not go exactly as I wanted to. Done. Okay, so I think like a few thousand supplies should be pretty good, right? Done. What else is here? So we got 7.62 ammo belts. We got shells, I believe. What's this for? It's for something. That might be, I imagine, for the mortar squad. And then you got grenades as well. I believe the AI uses grenades automatically, so you'll probably see that as the game goes on. Grenades, and I believe, everybody, that should have been pretty much everything put in for that construction order. Done. So over here, though, our guy's gotten a lot closer, and it's already 12 o'clock. I should not have been playing on that speed at that point. So I'm going to turn to very cautiously move towards that objective there. And we have another scout as well. I'm going to tell to move towards this location as well. I think we've only got really one squad that's good to go in terms of conflict, which is the infantry squad right here. So when we do get the area a bit more controlled, we'll send them over And, ooh, check out this, everybody. I didn't see it the first day, but we have ourselves some stuff we can do. So, first things first, let's get the vehicles over here. You can try and repair and scavenge vehicles. Now, currently, in our own situation... Why can't you get in there, buddy? Are you in a vehicle already? Oh, they already are, that's why. My bad, my bad. So, we're getting these guys over here. It looks like these vehicles are damaged. You can tell at a glance, by the way, if you're not familiar. Purple is something is destroyed. Something is completely cooked. Red is it's pretty much destroyed, but not quite knocked out at this point. So, as we bring our vehicles over, we can actually probably drag these back if we tow them to the main base, and then we can get them repaired in like a week's time. It'll come back, and we have ourselves more vehicles, which is pretty awesome. So at the moment, I got these guys just doing some scavenging. They're probably taking any fuel out of the cars they can find, which is handy because we haven't got a lot of it. And then we'll start towing the vehicles, and we'll send them over to the other base. That's what I think. What is that a real language, guys? I'm at the point where I don't actually know if it's a language or not. So it could be made up, or it could be a real language. I'm really not sure there. So let's grab this as well. And they can do their own jobs. So on this situation, by the way, the bigger buildings actually are different, if you're wondering. So we got these small shacks, they got less cover and whatnot, but these buildings here with 2 floors, because they got elevation, you can literally see across. This also means, for instance, we can try and jump into a water tower to get a higher range as well. It's actually pretty cool. I do like how that system works. So you can really keep an eye on the surrounding area if you so desire. And actually, I say this, I should really have these scouts living inside this tower here so we can see everywhere around us. Done. So, in a second, these guys will move up. They're on cautious mode, so they're protected as possible. And we can see if anyone's nearby. You can also tell that the front line has been moving forward. So we are making a bit of progress there, which is quite nice. How's it going over here? You guys good? Excellent. At some point as well, I'll probably go and produce a road to this area, because otherwise the game uses roads, as believe it or not. If we're supplying over here, it's a bit of a trek, isn't it? Going all the way around the map just to get to a certain location. It's a bit excessive. So building a road this way might save us a lot of time later on in the game, if we even get that far. I'm not sure. Okay, looks like it's been a long time, but my friends are finally arriving at the base, and they should start getting themselves some weapons, ammo, fuel, all those kind of things. Cool. So over here, though, it looks like this place is actually secure, which is quite nice. We'll make them move up anyway. And what I'll do, I'm going to be going over and doing some more scavenge orders. That was not what I wanted to do. There you go, scavenge orders done. So guys should come over here and start grabbing stuff for the war effort, which is pretty handy. Now, I don't know if it works 100% of the time. I have had times where I've been attacked in the blue zone, but for the most part, you can kind of tell where people are from just the frontline bit. So I would hazard a guess there actually is someone over here. Because for whatever reason, the pips didn't move up at the same rate. There might be someone in this forest line. Who knows? Who knows? We'll probably end up with the scouts being somewhere on the front area, so we can maybe see what's going on. When you get a new town, by the way, double check everything, because if you're lucky, you might find yourselves a working vehicle. Though looking around, I'm not seeing one myself at the moment, but it can happen. I've had situations where there's a car in a garage. No, nothing here. Okay, so buddy, move up. I'll have him facing forward towards the Mabel frontline area, where there might be conflict at some point. Cool. So back over here, we can see that my squads have actually got some new recruits and stuff, which is pretty cool. Now, what I can do, as I said a second ago, we can assign equipment. Oh, maybe I can't assign equipment. Game says no. I must admit, I've not actually tried this myself, so I'm going to probably mess it up. But I want to try and get these guys the machine guns and the mortars. Maybe because we're not actually in the base. No, maybe that's not why. So if we go to this, in place weapons. Oh, there you go. I've done it. I created a mortar squad. Okay, so that's one squad. Yep, and they're automatically equipping it. Perfect. And the other squad can grab the machine gun. And there you go, everybody. We have ourselves some specialized teams where this guy is just simply existing. Does this mean they haven't got enough ammo? Yeah. So we've got to be careful if we go into conflict, because we actually don't have enough ammo currently for our units, which is kind of bad. So we will be given supplies every single day based on our potential consumption or just general supply giving. If we go over here, supply orders. Rated supply, no consumption of GMI. We get this every day, so we are going to be given around 1,000 rounds for machine guns, which is enough for one squad's foray into enemy territory. So you don't get a lot of stuff. You can always buy more. I can always just be like, oi, give me one bullet, please, and they give me one bullet. But you can kind of tell with the costing here, it's direct. It costs you stuff. I'd rather not do that if I can avoid it. Okay, unlock towing. Done. Okay, so with these two vehicles, it's quite late at night, but we probably have time to go and grab that vehicle over there if we can. I'll go and do it before the morning comes through. And this guy can head back to just sleep for the night, I think, because I would like to get myself, of course, more GMI. So, I'm a greedy man. What can I say? Go, go, go. So with these vehicles, you have two options. You can, actually got three options. You can try and fix it yourself, which we haven't done. You can also rear repair. Send severely damaged equipment to the rear for overhaul and repair. Bear in mind, repairing in this game does cost resources in map. So this is actually probably the best option, I would say. Once restored, it will be returned. The process is time consuming. So I think in my experience, this will probably take around 5 days. This might take around 6-7 days. So we can do this with both of them. If you want to, though, you can actually withdraw the equipment and get GMI. It goes to the general war effort. So that's another way you can do things as well. But like for now, we just simply send it back to be repaired properly, because we're lacking a lot of vehicles, right? Everyone, like, we haven't got one for the mortar team, the machine gun team. There's more vehicles required at this point of the game. What can I say? Enemy forces spotted. Oh, why hello there. So it seems, guys, we've actually found some enemy forces. So immediately we can tell on the map here that has been, the front line's been just ravaged, right? Now we have a conflict zone. The enemies are, well, there isn't an enemy inside this village. Now looking at this, it seems that they have a machine gun team, which is not great because it's a machine gun, guys. Now, luckily for us, we do happen to have ourselves a few friends here and there. Now, what I'm thinking is we actually happen to have ourselves a beautiful mortar squad. We're going to use these guys to hopefully lay down fire and just destroy the enemy forces. Now, what I will say, let me grab this guy over here. Go, go, go. We can actually try and load people up a little bit and get them over to this battlefield. Now, what I want to try and do initially is, oh, there's so much stuff going on. For now, let's get the infantry back over this way and they can drop off the truck, pretty much. Back over here, we want to be getting probably the machine gun anti-air gun truck. This does work, by the way. If you're wondering, you can shoot people with it on the ground. So it's basically a very large, like, flat cannon. It's pretty cool. So this guy has a range of 24 cells. So you can, if you hold down C, you can actually see the range. We can use this in a pinch to go and blow some people up. So what I want to try and do is, for now, move it over to this location here. They should actually be stealthed, which means the AI doesn't know that I'm here. So the plan's going to be, we're going to be trying to run up a little bit with some troops, and then we're going to jump into actually attacking the enemy forces. So I don't know what you're saying, buddy, but get in that truck, okay? I want you to get over there. Now, the mortar has 31 range. If I hold down C, yeah, he can shoot everything. So if I get him over to this location here, he's actually going to be in range. Let's go a bit closer, like here. He's going to be in range of the enemy MG team. So I do want to engage them, but for now, we've got to get ready first. So we get these guys over there. Go, go, go. And we've also got ourselves our MG team as well. Cool. So these guys also need to move over to the front line. Probably can't do it in one go, but we're moving people around a little bit. Let's get these guys on the side. So I was looking at the forms of this game the other day, and people were like, oh, you can't add squads into vehicles. I'm like, but you can. I'm confused on how they don't realize you could do that. So let's move the vehicles over. Also, for some reason, this AA truck is on return fire mode. I'm not sure why. Maybe I made a mistake at some point. But we'll make sure they're on weapons free mode. If they get shot at, or they see someone they can shoot at, they want to be firing at them, don't they? So the other guy, we have the MG team. We've also got ourselves a infantry squad as well. Now, these guys are currently missing ammo still, so we want to wait a little bit probably to get them in combat, but when they get ammo, we'll send them forward. As for other things, though, because I have forgotten about it until right now, I want to be building a first aid station. If there is an injury, we can use this to save people's lives, which is pretty important. So, day reports. We have ourselves some more stuff, loads of rations, no reinforcements, and our trucks have gone off into the ether as well. Now, I think, perfect, we already have this guy good to go. Gigatown. Are you guys good? Yes, they are. So, repair. Get back to the front line. Now, with this guy's range, we can actually get into the city without them realizing what we're doing. So we'll set ourselves up first, and then when we feel like we're good to go, we'll knock some people out. Now, I could also just start opening fire now if I wanted to, but what I actually want to try and do instead is we want to open fire with our own machine gun. So what I'm thinking is I want to move my my MG squad into this little town, and then we start skirmishing. At the same time, I then open fire with the mortar. Oh, the mortar's already doing it! Oops. The mortar's really good with initiative. He's already good to go. He's already fired, apparently. Has he actually fired? He has. He has actually started doing stuff. Fair enough. I'm not sure if they're going to panic and run away or they're going to stay in the battlefield, but we'll leave things be. I don't want to engage with the truck because it's not armored. So I only want to use this when we have the machine gun squad opening fire by themselves. So we'll leave it be for now, but as we can spot the enemy, we just keep on firing, right? We should destroy the enemy a little bit. Oh, he's got some... I think he hit here, and he hit over here at some point. It's pretty cool how you can see them trying to, like, figure out their aim and stuff, which is pretty epic. Where did that land? Or was that the fire? Wait for it. It looks like we may have actually hit the house. It seems to be smoking. I noticed in this game you actually do get to see a little bit of battle damage. I know the graphics aren't brilliant, but you do at times get to see like holes in buildings and stuff. It's pretty cool. I do think it's pretty epic there. Awesome. Okay, get into the buildings. Go, go, go. Let's get moving. I kind of wish there was like an automated move command or something with transport. So I say I want to get transport over here, and the AI kind of just figures it out for you, like with little transport trucks. I would like that. Kind of like EU5 with naval stuff, right? Because walking from here to here, bit of a long time with an infantry squad, so be cool if there's a way to like auto transport. Unless there is, and I don't realise that could happen. Anyway, let's keep moving. I'm surprised the enemy hasn't retreated, because they're definitely still there, which is, I find, the most confusing about the situation. So, before we attack, apparently we've killed the enemy. Interesting. Yeah, so because it's gone... Oh, they collapsed the house. They probably have actually killed the enemy. What I'm going to do instead then, we have these units nearby. I want to run up into this house. It's going to be dangerous. It's going to be explosive. But if we get into the house, I think we're going to be in a pretty good position. I'm also going to be, when these guys finish their job down here, we'll move up some more infantry into this tower so we can oversee the entire area. Now, also, it looks like we're picking up ammo for our infantry squad. They're not quite full ammo yet, but if we give it a few more seconds, they might actually be ready to go and attack themselves, which they pretty much are. We'll get them in a second moving up into the forest, and they can attack from this direction as well. So with the cars, we're going to move in. Go, go, go! We're also going to move up this vehicle so it can cover the entire area. If anyone there is actually alive, they'll start shooting. Kind of scared. You guys don't understand how crazy this combat is at the moment, because we've done a really easy mortar battle. If you get into close range and there's an enemy there, people will die very, very quickly. So, unload. Go, go, go. It's weird that I can't get two vehicles in one square, but as long as these guys are in the area, it should be fine. We'll pull this guy back for now, and we'll get these guys into the building. So when you actually kill enemy squads, if you actually confirm dead, you get yourselves GMI, which is always handy. So we get ourselves some more points. Also, if you get intel, you can then go and unlock stuff with the intel points right here. This could include stuff such as rocket launchers or just flat out tanks. just get yourself some tanks. It's not a big deal. Guys, move up. It's weird that this guy's not moving for some reason. Let's try again, shall we? Sometimes you get order delays, or I don't know, maybe it's just a bit slow sometimes, but they should be moving in position soon. And there you go. We can see the area. So it looks like there's no other enemies nearby at the moment. What I'll do as well is I'll move up the scouts and try and get them into that big tower. For whatever reason, these guys still aren't moving. Instead, then, we'll move them up to that house there, and we'll see if we can loot the remains. And while I'm waiting, I think we'll move the mortar a little bit closer automatically. This means he should be able to cover pretty much the entire city. So even though it says, oh, enemy spotted, potentially, in that field there. So it looks like there is someone else here for sure. So we want to probably be avoiding being inside this house, which is damaged. Oh, there's enemies here. Oh, we got loads of points. 4,500. I'm still not sure how this works. Sometimes I get like 500 per kill. Maybe because they're a specialist squad. Maybe that's why. These are militia, right? Militia. Yeah, maybe the power of the enemies you're killing determines how much you're getting from it. But I might be wrong there. Anyway, infantry. They're fully queued up. Good stuff. Get moving. So, if you're wondering why we're not actually fighting, there is line of sight, of course. So, from this house, we actually can't see into the fields they're in. We know they're roughly going to be there, but that's pretty much it at this point. So we could do a few different things. Oh, they're right in front of us. Okay, we caught some enemies on the road there, which is great news. We're also suppressing, but there's now enemies on the right top bit as well. If we get this guy to start shooting soon, it would be a good time. We have got reinforcements coming in as well. No one's been hurt so far, and we've killed off another squad in a second. Now, you can kind of see already, just from the very brief amount of combat there, we have already, in like one barrage, killed that entire squad on the road. And we now actually have ourselves some additional rank levels. How effective this is, I have no idea, but I assume better ranks is better job, right? Enemy forces spotted again. Okay, we definitely confirmed the position this time. If we can get this guy to start mortaring, that'd be great. You can do direct fire as well if you want to, though he currently seems to be stuck in between, moving between 2 points. My bad. Maybe I shouldn't have cancelled an order there. We'll move him again, and hopefully it'll start activating. So with the enemies we spotted as well, let's move this car over to the right-hand side a little bit, so we can maybe attack from a different angle. Because this guy has gone away over there, we actually can't see him at the moment. So he is kind of safe where he is, unless there's a machine gun truck coming up to him. This will probably fix my problems, right? Okay, so in other news as well, stop. It looks like there's someone inside this tower here. So we want to be a bit cautious of that. We want to probably wait until we get this guy over here in the truck to get over and attack the area. Have we seriously killed everyone inside here as well? Oh, they're in the forest. That's a lot of... What the hell's going on? Let me just pull back for a second. It seems there's a lot of enemies in that forest over there. Yeah, I think that must be like 2 or 3 squads, right? There's quite a few of them. This is why recon is so important, because these other squads don't really have the aptitude for scouting things out like this, so they're not doing a great job. What I'll probably do is we'll move forward the rifle squad cautiously. We really should have more recon. If I can go and pick up another recon squad, I think we should do that, if I'm being honest. We're going to redeploy these guys. Because there actually is an active combat, I want to make sure we win. So, believe it or not, winning to me is quite important. So I want to attempt to fix my problems here. We have got the car that's moved back to another position. They can actually see enemies nearby, but I think due to the lack of spotting, we're not doing a great job of actually aggroing them at the moment. Okay, this guy's securing the area. It looks like there's no one inside. We get some more GMI. Good. Excellent work, guys. So, we know where the enemy is, right? I kind of don't want to hold fire. We're potentially wasting ammo, because I'm not sure if this mark was them moving towards this area. Last known, last known. Yeah, I reckon this unit might be this unit, if you know what I mean. So let's see if we can pick up the squads anyway. Gigatara. And I think simply just having the infantry squad inside one of these areas, they should be able to spot, hopefully, the rest of the area. Fingers crossed. If not, it is what it is. But I'd definitely rather not expose guys to undue danger unless we really have to. So on this side, though, we do have the infantry moving up quite quickly. They are quite good at moving through squads and stuff. 3 point... Ooh. It looks like the enemies move forward to attack us literally inside. There you go. I just realised this guy could have scouted as well because he's got really high vision range. And now we can actually see enemy forces. We should be able to return fire. So we've got the machine gun squad and the anti-air doing some bits there. And soon we will also get the additional recon squad nearby as well. Let's get into that warehouse. The enemy's already dead, by the way. Like, that was very rapid combat. I can't overstate because I've been so lucky. Seriously, guys, I've been so lucky. I've had battles where I just go into a building and all of a sudden my entire squad's died. Like, it is really rapid. If you get caught unaware, it's over. Immediately. You immediately just lose everything. It's absolutely terrifying. So, oh! I was wrong! We have taken damage. So we got some routine care and priority care. These guys need to get back to base as soon as possible, or we're going to lose these people's lives. So let's try and get them back. We also got to make sure we have got personnel inside this facility. I think generally, let me just confirm something for a second. This is NCOs? No, this is soldiers. Okay. So NCOs have to man, of course, the more advanced medical tents. We'll bring that guy back for now, and we'll deploy the recon squad cautiously into that greenhouse. If there's more enemies, I have no idea. I really have no idea. I've got to be very careful because there's a lot of enemy squads nearby. We're just not sure where or if there's more of them in the nearby zone. That's my main concern right now. So apparently where they just were, they actually can't see this square where the enemy used to be. So there is a chance there could be enemies still in this field here. Okay, let's keep moving up a little bit more. So I should have got cargo damage. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff, good stuff. That's what I want to know. All my cargo was damaged, and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, we're about to get full recon right now. There you go. Okay, so enemies are still moving towards us on the right-hand side. It looks like this guy is going to be out of range for now. If we do move them up to this shack, literal shack, they could potentially open fire. So I think we're going to do that. But we have now got mortar fire on them as well, which should be okay. I'm going to get ready to attack over there as well at the same time. So they're still getting closer and closer. It's still line of sight issues, isn't it? It's still causing a problem here. Ah, okay, so it looks like they're actually trying to flank around a little bit over to the right-hand side, which is pretty bad, actually. Over here, though, it looks like we managed to switch out... Oh! Weapons squads are NCOs. I didn't know that. I had no idea. Is it the same for the mortar teams and stuff as well? They must be some different type of unit, then. It does say, to be fair, it does say anti-air defense team. So they literally are just using NCOs instead of soldiers as their manpower pool. So what's happened is we have already moved people off into surgery. Admin wound, left leg. So they should be being worked on at the moment in surgery. I don't know if that means he can return to combat effectiveness. I think we'll leave this guy alone just for now because I messed up the surgery. What do you mean he's being recalled to active combat? Don't worry about it. Get him back in that battle, man. Get him back out there. Okay, so it looks like Samir has been evacuated and this squad is now back to normal again. Let's get them immediately back into the front line so we can get fighting again. They also refill their ammo. I'm pretty certain this guy here hasn't been spotted, so we are okay at the moment. Whoa, there's an enemy right in front of us. Right in front of us. Oh, it's a machine gun team as well. That's really bad. I'm actually going to force march you guys away. Because remember, machine guns have a little bit of time to deploy, so we can probably escape if we're lucky and get out of the way of this. We should probably be using this guy afterwards to just flat out siege that area down. I do not want to risk going into a machine gun fight if we can avoid it. Come on, guys, retreat. Okay, they're out, they're out, they're out. We're fine, we're fine. So, mortar. Start combat fire on that location right there. Off they go. And we still got other units moving forward. Now, with the line of sight, this guy can still attack us from a lot of angles, right? So what I'll probably do instead is I'll make this guy drive here instead. Oh, he has to drive through the field, though. We can micromanage it, I think. If we tell him to go through the forest, drive through it a little bit, then he'll be on the other side. It should be okay. The mortar actually killed off that enemy squad. Looks like they're putting back. So, looking pretty good, I would say. Let's search for supplies. Maybe that's why it didn't work, because they were auto-skirching. There you go. There you go. We got ourselves some supplies. Move these guys forward. And on this bit, let's get in there. So you have also got force march, which could in theory be a problem if they haven't got any stamina. I think the team's pretty good with stamina at the moment, though, so we're going to just force march them in there. 3 enemy units spotted. Casualties been taken. Pull back. How bad is it? Orange. So this guy needs care right away. What we'll do is we can probably load that guy up into this anti-air location. But he needs a bit of time to get out of that forest. So we'll still keep micromanaging a little bit here. But we can load him into that AA truck, I'm pretty certain. Just one person, we should be able to get him out of there. God, they're actually shooting up as if they're on top of the tower. It's pretty cool. Okay, so this guy is available to fight. I think he should be in range of these enemies. If they open fire, we'll see in a second. Enemy dead. Good work, good work. Oh, it's working. Oh, I love the shots at night. It's pretty awesome, really. Okay, lives are more important than kills. Let's abandon that for now. The enemy is shot and damaged, which is good. You can actually get assault teams which specialize in attacking enemy locations. We could actually afford it now because we've done pretty well of our little battles here. If we get close quarter training, we unlock the assault squad, which means they have heavy body armor, close quarter combat training, and they also get like shotguns and stuff like that as well. So these guys would be brilliant in this kind of warfare. Definitely frontline interview permit. What? They would be very, very useful if we can get those at some point. Now, in terms of other things, move back, move back, move back. So you can actually, it might sound a bit harsh, you can dump the wounded soldier on the ground. Look, it's a video game. And I'm gonna be then switching out and picking them up and taking them back to base, okay? It should be fine. I'm gonna be honest, I think charging the machine gun squads is a really stupid idea. That's why I'm not doing it. I still want this guy to focus on taking that squad out if they can. Wounded soldier. We've also accidentally left loads of stuff on the ground I should have picked up earlier. Okay, you guys head back over there. And I think we'll move up the infantry to be in the 2-story building nearby. So, good news is, we have now actually picked up the ammo and stuff. Why are you guys not picking up all this junk? Whatever. It doesn't matter. We'll get it later. Head back to base. Okay, they're off. Done. So I would say, so far, very successful, right? We killed a lot of enemy forces here. Like, we've actually done a great job. No one's died as well, which is probably more... Whoa! We've found an enemy outpost. I've never done this before, so I'm not sure how good this is. We've marked the fortifications, enemies FOB. Wow, we've actually found their base. Well, we're maintain position. They have got ammo if they do get attacked, but yeah, pretty good times. That's great news that we found that. And we should have recon now set up as well, which is good news. Now, what I want to try and do... I gotta be careful here. Can they move diagonally? No, they can't. Oh, no. Go back, go back. Don't go into that area. I'm maintaining defensive positions, okay? I want to be careful here. I wanted to get these guys across this field into that house. There still might be enemies there. That's why I'm being a bit cautious about. So how you guys doing? You guys are at 0 shells. Okay, so they've done their job. They completely have ammo. We're bringing these guys back to base now. They can get some rest and recovery. For us, though, let's be brave. So I could, in theory, try and sneak up on the enemy by just going through this area here, right? Whoa, they're right there, right there. Enemy down. It's okay. It's okay. So that was not the machine gun squad. That was a militia squad. So a bit different what we're used to. Instead, we'll move these guys up here. We'll keep the MG team in place. And we'll see if we can sneak up and attack the MG team. If they're still alive. They might have been destroyed. Because we have been shooting them a lot. So, if you haven't noticed, there has been a lot of shooting. No, they're still there. That's not good. So like I said, I could... Do you know what? It's to the end of the video anyway. Should we just rush it? I'll show you how bad it could potentially be. Charge. Okay, that's what we actually suppressed the enemy machine gun, but they probably haven't started returning fire yet, so the pressure is going to be quite short-lived, I feel. Back over here. We haven't dropped off the guy into surgery. Okay, he's being in surgery now. He nearly died, actually, so we could have lost someone there. Luckily, it's in surgery now. Let's move up if we can, the allies, and my dude has now entered close combat range with the machine gun squad. But we won. It's fine. It's fine. So we've actually still got this under control. So I was surprised because when I was playing yesterday, I actually attacked a machine gun squad with a 4 infantry squad on ambush, and they got wiped out. I lost 4 guys immediately. The machine gun was already firing at them, I think, when they went through the main door, so it was a disaster. But yeah, everybody, that has been a very, very quick look at Frontline Logistics, Isarian Warfare. I was trying to remember the whole title there. So yeah, I think it's a really interesting game, especially to see how far it gets with like how in-depth it's going to be. I think it's a really cool title myself so far. I hope that people have enjoyed this video. If people want to see more, let me know. I'll cover it again in the future. If not, have a brilliant day, and I guess I'll see people next time. Bye.